special cars, rare bikes and airplanes. This is what drives me. I'm Philip and I'm the Driven Aviator. Welcome to my channel.
Alright guys, welcome back in the cockpit of my Yak 52. As I promised in my last video, I will show you how to start up this Yak. We're ready to go now. And now I want you to tell you something about how to fly a Yak 52. So our checklist is complete. We're pretty much ready to taxi, which I'm gonna announce now.
Schönebeck Radio Lima Yankee Foxtrot Oscar Uniform am Rollhaltpiste 25, geh auf die Piste und starte.
So we gotta smoothly line up here. We have a pretty rough grass strip out here, but that's a total perfect airfield for a Yak 52 in my opinion. Okay, temperatures and pressures are in the green. So most of you may know some right turning tendency with a right turning engine. We have the opposite here. We have a left turning engine, and because of that we have a left turning tendency when I give it some power. So alright, we're ready. I'm adding slightly power. Temp and pressure is still good. Smoothly to 100%, takeoff power is set, airspeed is alive, instruments in the green, and rotate. Positive rate, gear up. And bringing back the drop to 82%. Bringing back the power to 85 or 90. Alright, 1,000 feet, so the best rate of climb is at 170 kilometers per hour. And you can see this rate of climb is pretty impressive. By the way, let's talk about the impossible turn. So with this aircraft, you won't even think about the impossible turn below 1,000 feet. Climbing smoothly, we have some smooth air, that looks good. Watching for other planes. I'm just seeing some hot balloons, nothing else. So we're going up to 3,000 for now. Always watch your cylinder head temperatures. This is fine now because it's not too hot today, but if it's getting too warm, you should just level off slightly more and give it some more air to cool it down. Alright, 3,000, here we are. So you may remember power, I'm bringing back the power to 70. Attitude and trim. By the way, the trim is this wheel on the left side here, hope you can see it. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. Maybe we should do some cloud surfing, what do you think? Right now we have a nominal setting, which brings us to 220 cruise speed. As a lot of you may know, the best setting is to oversquare the engine. So that means the engine is turning the prop and not the other way around. So it's important to always reduce the manifold pressure first and then reduce the prop RPM. So I'm bringing it back to a cruise setting now. Of 65 manifold pressure. And 59 prop RPM. And this should give us roughly 200 kilometers per hour airspeed. Remember to always watch your cowling shutters because we have a pretty low cylinder temperature, so I'm going to close them a little bit now. With this power setting you have such a smooth ride. Oh, I love it. This plane is so stable. Let me tell you a little bit about the Yak 52. So it was developed in the end of the 70s, and it was the most important, so the primary Soviet Union military trainer aircraft. And this is the purpose it's built for, so it's definitely a warbird. It's built to work in nearly every environment. So from absolutely freezing temperatures to high temperatures on rough fields without any great maintenance capabilities, this plane is working nearly everywhere, and so it flies. So the Yak 52 is awesomely stable. As you can see, it's trimmed out here. Little red tendency, but in general the plane is pretty stable but sensitive at the same way. So every little stick movement is followed by the aircraft immediately, which is pretty important for military flying, of course, as well as aerobatic flying. As I told you, it's certified for all kind of aerobatics, up to plus 7G and minus 5G. Let's talk about some speeds, which are very, very impressive. So as you know, the radial engine has 400 horsepower. We have an empty weight of an MTOW of 1,300 kilograms. So as I showed you, at around 100 kilometers per hour you have the VR, and you just smoothly lift off around 120 kilometers per hour. Another important mark is the 170 kilometers per hour, which is not only your VY but also your best glide speed in case of an engine failure. The VA is incredible high at this aircraft. So the VA, the maneuver speed, is at 360 kilometers per hour, and it's pretty difficult to reach that, to be honest. And the VNE, the never exceed speed, is 450 kilometers per hour. I don't know how to reach that. Maybe you should drop off your wings at first, then you might reach 450 kilometers per hour. No idea how to reach that. So now I want to climb a little to do some little cloud surfing with you guys. So I'm going to set the prop back to 82 and give it some more manifold pressure. Alright, climb power set, open the cowl grills. And this brings us to nearly 1,500 feet per minute climb rate. Temperatures are looking good. By the way, what makes flying so beautiful around here? That it's uncontrolled airspace all around us. So you can more or less do whatever you want. Remember to always increase and decrease the power smoothly. This is especially important as you have a geared engine, and of course the gear train doesn't like it too much if you increase power sharply or pull it back sharply. So please be gentle to your geared engines. Let me show you some agility of this aircraft. As you can see, it turns pretty sharply, and I absolutely love that. I'm not yet aerobatic certified because it's not as in the US where you don't need any rating for that. Per EASA regulations you need an aerobatic rating. I have an appointment next week to finish my aerobatic rating, so hopefully after that I'm gonna show you some little nice aerobatic maneuvers. Alright, so guys, let's get back down. I'm gonna show you how to descend, which is pretty simple. You close your shutters and you bring back your manifold pressure to 40. So we have a rate of descent of 500 feet per minute now, which might seem pretty normal for you, but as you might remember, this is a military trainer, so if you feel like you want to descend like in an elevator, it's pretty easy with that plane. Look at me. This is elevator descending. So using the same runway as we did before.
Schönebeck Radio Lima Yankee, Foxtrot Oscar Uniform, 3 Minuten östlich des Platzes zur Landung auf der Piste Truppen.
So the airfield is over there. if you would be in a pattern right now, beam the numbers, you are aiming to have 200 kilometers per hour, because that is your landing gear extension and operating speed. So that is what I'm gonna do now, bringing down the landing gear. Gear down, 3 green confirmed, as well as 3 poles out. That looks good. So now we're aiming to have, we're slightly fast right now, so we're aiming to have 170 on the airspeed, because this is the speed I can bring the flaps down, which is done here. Bringing back the prop full forward. And then we try to keep this 170 kilometers per hour to have 150 over the fence. Gear down confirmed. And it's a low wing, so it will float a lot if you are too fast, so you're bringing out the power as soon as you reach your runway. Let it settle, use aerodynamic braking. This is rough. And your normal brakes, and that's it. Good landing. And did any one of you see this little bird right in front of the plane during the final approach? Alright guys, that was it. That was my little tutorial how to fly a Yak 52. I hope you liked it, and see you soon, live from the cockpit. Your Driven Aviator. Bye-bye.
So I told you about the bird I saw in the final, and I think we have some remainings of this bird. Poor little guy, oh my god. This could be a beautiful picture, but I'm a little sad, to be honest, because this bird has got me a prop strike. And the prop isn't looking too bad right now, but of course it needs to be checked. Which is even more sad to be seen is this little guy. Yeah, this is what happens when some birds cross your path, right? So once and for all, here we had the little problem from our approach, from our flare. Unfortunately, this little guy hasn't made it. So yeah, the plane should be fine, but we're checking that later on.
Driven hard in the clouds, fly so high.